Hey guys, it's Zeki here with 2-0 Games, and today we're here with Ben with his Eldlich Synchro Dragma profile. Take it away,
Okay.
Ben.
Okay, so it's using the same concept as the previous builds of Eldritch Synchro, but we're incorporating a Dragma engine, which it provides like a lot more grind game. It also just provides a lot of extra interruption, which now with previous Eldritch Synchro builds, and with this one you're only ending on Savage plus Herald, but your combo is a lot safer through hand traps. But things like Dragon Link can play through it. So with your Dragma engine, as well as providing for the grind game, it protects your Herald and it makes the boards a lot more stable whilst being more protected from hand traps and versatile. Okay, so for the list, uh, so the Dragon engine, we play 2 Ecclesia, 1 Fleur, 3 Disciple, and 2 Punishment. Uh, Punishment is your main interrupt in the deck. Oh, sorry, for the Dragon engine, your main interrupt is Punishment, which is a pop 2, which protects Herald. It also allows you to float. Ecclesia, it special summons itself. It's quite important because it special summons itself when you control stuff like your Savage, your Herald, or even just a Link Rebo from a Souls.
So it's both an
Your dear,
extender and a help make the board better as well.
uh, it can be an extender, but typically I don't really use it as an extender because it does lock you out with your extra deck.
Okay.
It is in, it is still an extender in that it happens on top of your board, which is nice. Also, not being able to throw a battle with extra deck monsters is also a big plus.
And obviously the going second synergy with the elder cards.
Yeah, of course. And also floor not fleur. This is actually really important in this deck because you send fleur from deck to grave with souls and order to summon it.
Oh, okay. So you don't need Apprentice Magician anymore. That's a really good
Exactly.
synergy.
It is worth noting though that you could play 2 fleur so that you still have 1 in deck after you send with souls. But what I've tested and from what we found is that you only ever need the second fleur if you open disciples plus souls, which is under 10% of the time. So it's not. We didn't find it worth the extra brick.
Okay.
Then a lot of it's quite standard from here. Uh, well, for the main deck because we've got the 2 lords because you don't really need 3 in this kind of hybrid. Uh, then 3 jet, 3 souls. Soul is still incredible. It's just it's just +2, and then you float into anything you want. So it's both a +2 and it increases your versatility.
And you don't need the one garnet anymore either, which is also amazing.
Yeah. Then O-Line. O-Line's more important now because you summon O-Line from deck with your fiber now because it helps you play around hand traps such as Nibiru. Outland, standard. Oops, I accidentally removed that. One White Destiny and 3 Scarlets because yeah, you need them. It's not much explanation there. 3 Quero, 3 Conquistador. I've seen people cut 1 Conquistador, one Quero, uh, but you need to see your engine to start up your grind. So I would not I would put it down.
Yeah, you
And then
need you
only
need Eldritch card, any Eldritch card to either get rid from Souls or discard from Jet anyway, or Barricade Blocker, just to start your engine, your Eldritch engine, which is part of the grind.
yeah, it's really hard to stop. It's really hard for them to stop once you get into your cycle. So it's just you want as many cards as possible to get into it. And then only 6 hand traps. Uh, although it's still 6, it's not as many as a lot of other builds are playing. Because all the other builds are playing, there's like Gamma as well. But we felt like because you get so much extra versatility and utility out of the Dragon engine, It was worth prioritizing that over more hand traps in the main deck.
As the Dragma engine contributes to breaking the boards going second, right?
Yeah, it helps break boards. It helps create boards. It puts interruptions up. It allows you to be more versatile. A lot of things like that. It's great.
Yeah.
So go to the extra deck. So one of the main reasons we're only ending on Savage plus Herald, is because all the other combos require a lot of extra deck space, and they're not as versatile. So I'll get to the fusions last because that takes a bit more explanation. But playing one Savage, one Formula, one Herald, and one Marcher. No level 7 because it hasn't come up as much, because you do get locked out of your extra deck by your punishment and your Ecclesias. Access code to break boards, and then your Barricade Board, Fiber, Link Cross, Link Rebo, and Aurodon for your setup combos. The second Aurodon and the second Fiber do come up quite often because you are prone to interrupts. With the fusions, the TIS, and Bastard Dragon, both there for your Dragma engine. It allows punishment to become 2 pops. It also allows extra floating into more engine, which further increases your grind game. And if they use their Dragma stuff against you to send your cards from extra deck to grave, you can just blow up their board. You can play the Winder engine, but I'm personally not a fan of it because it requires extra space and bricks, and it's not. Anything to add on the extra deck?
No, that's actually perfect. I agree with the Winder engine. This extra deck's already as tight as very tight, and then to have more cards like Construct, Winder, etc., and main deck Garnets as well, it doesn't seem ideal.
Yeah, and then also you kind of want to prioritize stuff like punishment as well. So anyway, into the side deck, 3 Lancia, because Lancia, it has multiple roles. It's really good against Eldlich floating. It's good against Block Dragon stuff. It can really limit their plays if they invest into Block Dragon routes, and you just Lancia them. It can only end on just IP or just a Raptite sometimes. And even especially against Dragon Link, it can do quite a lot against that as well. It's just all around very versatile and makes them very vulnerable to another hand trap. Gamma for all of your Neuron stuff, just any combo things, really.
Yes, the best hand trap by itself, the most safest hand trap.
Yeah, and it's also really good with Ndia for Ash and stuff, because people always Ash this. Which it's correct to Ash it, but and it's one called Fiber as well. Cosmic for going first and second. It's just a very good card against the Eldlich Mirror, against back row stuff, field spells, Network, Pin City. Just a good card. Droplets. So this is a new card that everyone probably knows about by now. It lets you discard your engine cards. Well, discard cards to start up your engine, and it's significantly helping also breaking boards.
So it's a Dark Ruler, but a quick play, and it starts your engine, which is phenomenal. So even if they make you go first for some reason, you can just set it, and it's a very good interrupt as well.
It's an all-round very versatile card. It's definitely what you need to play it in this.
In Eldritch especially.
Yeah, it not only triggers your Aquaros, your Eldixes, even things like dumping dead O-Lions, getting Jets, even just that kind of thing really matters sometimes. And then 2 Lightning Storms for your rogue matchups and stuff like Altergeist, Guru, just that kind of thing.
Okay, let's go to the replay, just to show what the Dragma adds to the deck.
Okay, so this is kind of, but this is a good hand, but you haven't got much Eldlich Engine, which is an issue. So I should just play it normally. Okay, so you're still doing your standard Eldlich combo here, but the idea with this Dragma engine is that even if you get stopped while you're doing this combo, like let's say the Ashra Fiber, and because you haven't got that much Eldlich engine, you'd normally be relying on your 2 hand traps, but instead you get to get 2 pops and a floating engine with the Ecclesia.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's like a third engine that doesn't conflict with the other engines, which is really good.
Yeah. The other bonus is that at this point, they have to Nibiru at this point here when you have the token and the marcher, because otherwise you make Herald.
Yeah.
And if they do that, then you get the O-line token, the Nibiru token, and you get the Reborn, so you can still make Savage.
Yeah, that's really good.
So again, standard. I'll fast forward this part because it's quite normal. Okay, so you can see some back the Golden Lord, get your send. So now we've got into our engine, and we still only have 1 floater, but that means that we then get Ecclesia, and Punishment will be able to send either an Atis or another search, and it will be able to protect the Herald, which will make it even more impactful against decks like Eldlich because they can't just stack over it.
So the ending board is a pop, an impermanence, a special summon, an Ash Blossom, 2 negates, which is a phenomenal board, and floating capabilities, which is insane. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like the page, like the Facebook page, follow Twitter, etc. For more content. See you next time.